All right, let's walk through these things real quick. Real quick. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at problems 1 and 2. Then we'll probably look at 3 or 4, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. Everybody cool with that? All right, cool. You don't really have a choice. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Desmos here because just make things a little bit easier for us if we look at this. But if we have x squared, we talked about how you'd graph this by hand. We all talked about that yesterday. Yes, or the day before that. Go up 1, up 3, up 5, and so on and so forth. We talked about that last time. Now, if I hear people talking, I assume you got a good reason. Okay. Now, check this out. If you are going to add on the inside of this, so like x plus 2 squared, that means you're shifting to the left 2 units. All right. So if you add on the inside, you shift to the left 2 units. If I was to subtract on the inside, I would move to the right 2 units. Everybody see that? So you're shifting to the left 2 units or shifting to the right 2 units by adding on the inside. If you add on the outside, that will shift you up 2 units. Just go up 2 units. Or if you are at or subtracting on the outside, that will shift you down 2 units. Everybody cool with that? So guess what? If I add on the inside and subtract on the outside, I would have -2. So I'll go left 2 units, and then I will go -2 here, so down 2 units. All right. So remember, on the inside, it's the 0 that you're dealing with. All right. For example, for x minus 2 or x plus 2, the 0 would be -2. Okay. So remember, so if you have x plus 2 in factored form, right, is equal to 0, then x is equal to what, guys? -2. And then if you have a -2 on the outside, all right, then that means you shift down 2. So basically your vertex, you went from 0, 0. And then if you have y equals x plus 2 squared minus 2, that means you're going, you can rethink about it like this. This is x minus -2 squared minus 2. So your h value is -2. Your k value is -2. So the vertex is at -2, -2. Let's do another one. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Or if you had x minus 3 squared plus 5, where would the vertex be? Where would the vertex be? 5, 3, 5. While y'all talking over there, did everybody get that? So let's check. So you get x minus 3 and then plus 5 on the outside. We said the vertex should be at 3, 5. And would you look at that? That's exactly where it is. Okay. So that's vertex format. Remember, on the inside, it's flip-flop. On the outside, it's whatever it is. So if it's x minus 3, then it's going to be 3, moving to the right. And if it's plus 5 on the outside, you just go up. If it was -3, -5, it would be 3, -5. So that's the vertex part of it. After you find the vertex, then you have to determine how do you want to go up. So for example, if you had 3 on the outside, rather than going up 1 over 1, you're now going to go up 3 over 1. So rather than going up 1, then up 5, then up 3, then up 5, you go up 3, then up 9, then up 15. Remember, multiplying all those by 3. We talked about this on Tuesday, right? Then if I had a negative, that means instead of going up 1 over 1, you would go down 1 over 1, then down 3, then down 5, and so on and so forth. Everybody cool with that? So you use this number to determine what you do afterwards. So let's do problem 1. So let's think about what's going on in this problem. First thing we're going to say is, okay, where's the vertex going to be at? Well, it'll be at -2, 0. Why? Because there's no vertical shift on the outside, but there's a horizontal shift to the left 0. So we're going to plot that right there. Then we've got a 3 here. That means that we should go, instead of going up 1, 3, 5, and so on and so forth, we should go up 3, 9, 15, and so on. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So somewhere up here, kind of. And then we're going to mirror these points across. And it should be something kind of like this. Everybody cool with that? That's not the best drawing in the world, but you get the idea. Cool. Shh. All right, let's do this one. We'll start with the vertex. Where's the vertex going to be? 1. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, -5, and then up 1. And then it's negative. So rather than going 1, 3, 5, you're going to go down 1, then down 3, then down 5. Right? Multiply -1 by that. So you go down 1 over 1, boom, boom, down 3 over 1, boom, boom, and down 5, 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah, I think I got these right. These points correct. I think I'm not 100% sure, but that's it. Everybody cool with that? Really not that bad. Hey, y'all thought it was scary. You think that's scary? Just wait till we get to trig identities. All right. Look, you signed up for advanced. I didn't. All right. So let's walk through this one. Now, can we do this one in the same way? No, because it's not in vertex format. So we have to use the other method. The other method is we use negative b over 2a, correct? Which is going to be -1 over 2 times 1. And while y'all talking, I hope you got the correct answer, which is 1/2. Then what we're going to do is we're going to plug this into our y value to figure out the y value of your vertex. So you have -1/2 squared minus -1/2 minus 6. So we can see this is going to be positive 1/4 plus 1/2 minus 6, which is 3/4 minus 6, which is -5 1/3, which, or -5 1/4 rather. So that's our point. Our point should be 1/2, -5, and 1/4. And if you don't know how to add, multiply, divide, and subtract fractions, the rest of this semester is not going to work out for you. So what I would say is take some time and work on those, because you should know how to multiply, divide, subtract, and add fractions. I don't know how to do that. All right, so we got 1/2, and then -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a little bit less than that, just 1/4, right? And same, just because we're dealing with these nasty looking fractions doesn't mean anything changed. Go up 1 over 1. Boom. Boom. Go up 3. So let's see. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 2, 3 over 1. And then you just kind of like do something like that. Actually, you can find the two x-intercepts if you want to, which would be at +3 and -2. And you could do it like that. Right, you do x minus 3 times x plus 2, right? You break this down to that. So you have x is equal to either 3 or -2. And those are your two intercepts. You do that as well. Should be kind of like that.
I think the easiest way is just to find the point and then solve it to find the x-intercept, and then you graph those 3 points. Can we do that?
Yeah, you could graph those 3. Matter of fact, that's what we'll do on this next one. All right. So let's start with the vertex point. So the vertex is going to be at, let's see, negative b over 2a. So negative 8. That's going to be positive, let's see, 4, right? Because you got 8 over. Never mind. Hold on. So negative b, so negative 8, that's positive 8 over 2a, so that'd be negative 2. So negative 4 is our vertex. Then it slopes down. Ooh. So I guess it won't have any x-intercepts, will it? All right, well, never mind. Hold on. Never mind. Let's plug this in. Let's find our y value real quick. So negative, never mind. Negative 4 squared minus 8 times negative 4 minus 15. Everybody follow me so far? We're just trying to find the vertex. The vertex is going to be negative 16 plus 32 minus 15, right? Which is positive 1. So our vertex point is negative 4, 1. Everybody cool with that? Now we've got 0 equals, because we're going to try to find the x-intercepts. 0 equals x squared plus 8x plus 15. Note, all I did was multiply both sides by negative 1. Did y'all see that? If you multiply both sides by a negative 1, what's that going to do to all those negatives? Right, exactly. We're trying to find the x-intercepts. For that to occur, y has to be what? Right. So that's what I said. Y is equal to 0. So therefore 0, we got x plus 3, x plus 5. So what are our 2 intercepts? Yeah. So let's plot all our points. Negative 4, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then our 2 intercepts are at negative 3 and negative 5. And it should slope down something kind of like that. Questions? Okay.
Will we have like the answer sheet for the rest of the problem, or for like the study guide?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna cover them. All right, I'm gonna try to cover the rest of these, I think. So we're gonna go fast. We're gonna go very fast. So you need to quit talking and pay attention. When I say we're gonna go fast, I am dead serious. Like you blink and it's gonna be over. All right, first 2 should be real simple. 2 numbers multiply together to give you 42, but add to give you 13. That'll be, I used X, it should be S. So that'll be, let's see. Well, first of all, since I'm gonna do it this way, I might as well just full screen this thing. Yep, it's gonna be 7 and 6. Y'all should be able to do these in your sleep. I'm dead serious about this. All right. 2 numbers. Shh. 2 numbers multiply to give you 15, but add to give you negative 8, be negative 3 and negative 5. For these right here, you can actually factor out a negative 1 first. Just makes things easier if you do it that way. Plus 18. 2 numbers multiply together give you 9, but add to give you 18. That's going to be x minus 6 and x minus 3. So then you're going to have a negative 1 on the outside. But be careful. Make sure you keep that negative 1 on the outside. That is part of the problem. Same thing for this one. You have t squared plus 3t minus 54. You need two numbers multiply to give you negative 54, but add to give you positive 3. Those two numbers are going to be x minus 6 and x plus 9. Y'all should be checking your work. I assume you've already done these parts because y'all know how to do these. These should not be hard. All right. Now for this one's a little weird because you got the 6x squared minus 9, but it's still a difference of two squares, right? You're still going to have plus 3 and minus 3. Only difference is you need to take the square root of 6x squared. I think this is supposed to be 16x squared, honestly, but will you do 6x squared? So the way we're going to do this one is we're going to say, okay, it could be, well, I'll tell you what. Instead of doing it that way, because it's going to be too confusing, let's just pull a 3 out. So we'll do 3x squared minus 3. And we'll just leave it there. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Oh, yeah. Thank you. All right, the next one. We can factor 2 out, unit with a squared plus 11a plus 60. 30. And then you're gonna with a plus 5 and a plus 6. And then 2 in the front. For the next one, you're gonna factor a 5 out. 14. I'm gonna give you a minute. We're thinking two numbers, multiply to give you negative 14, but add to give you 5. 7 and 2. So you know with x squared minus or x not x squared, x minus 2. Ugh. Thank you. All right. Yeah. All right. For this one, remember, we're going to multiply. Let's shift this over just a little. Can I zoom out just a little bit? Okay. All right. 5 times 6 is 30. And you're trying to find two numbers and multiply to give you 30, but add to give you negative 17. Yes. Negative 2. Now remember, because a is not 1, we need to then divide by a. Just roll with it. Are you writing stuff down or are you just looking at it? That's what I thought. All right, so you're going to do negative 15 divided by 5. That's going to give you negative 3. So x minus 3. And does negative 2 go into 5 easily? Nope. So it's 5x minus 2. Put the denominator first, the numerator second. And you're done. Same thing for 13. This would be negative 10. Add to be equal to negative 9. Obviously, that's be negative 10 and positive 1. Divide by 2. Told you I was going to go fast. You know, with b is b minus 5 and 2b plus 1. Negative 10 times 1 would be. Negative 10 times 1 would be. And negative 10 plus 1 would be. Right. We didn't do on the other ones because we didn't have a number in front of the squared term. No number in front of the squared term. No number in front of the square term. We factored this number out. All right, so we're going to do this one. 9 plus equals negative 6. So you're going to have negative 3 and negative 3. Both divided by 9. So they reduce to 1/3, right? So you'd have let's see, you got 3x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. Make sure you reduce. Make sure you reduce. Also, make sure you can't factor something out of everything first. So, like for example, for 11, did we use this method for that? No, because we could factor 5 out of everything. Does that make sense? So you can factor stuff out of everything. Go ahead and do that first. This one, yes, this one's difference of two squares. So you got n plus 7 and n minus 7. No problem with that one. Nope, it does not. Doesn't matter which one comes first. It doesn't matter which one goes second. Then for 16, same thing. This is going to be real simple. You should be like getting really good at this. Equals 9. So what are the two numbers going to be? Multiply to give you 20. 4 and 5. 10 and 2 will give you 12. So then you got divided by 4, or divided by 2 rather. Divided by 2, divided by 2. So you have x plus 2 and 2x plus 5. Bless you. All right, last but not least, we've got these three down here, of the which we want to see if we can reduce a little bit. Okay. See what we can do here. Let's see. 3 times -3 is gonna be -9 plus equals 8. The +9, -1. And then you divide by 3, so you know with x plus 3 and 3x minus 1. Okay. Same thing with this one. We could factor out a 2 first, gives you 6t squared plus 5t minus 6. Same deal, -36 plus equals 5. Ooh. Let's see, 18 and 2. Let's see, 12 and 3. You got 9 and 4. Oh, there it is. So you got +9 and -4. We're dividing everything by 6. So you end up with 2 times, let's see, 9 over 6 reduces to 3/2. So 2x plus 3. And -4 over 6 reduces to -2/3. So 3x minus 2. Yeah. All right. Then we can, I really want to hit some others. So if we have time to do the last 6, I will come back to them. But let's move on to another section. All right, solve each by factoring. Real simple. Basically, you're doing the same thing. We're going to factor and then solve. So basically for that first one, we're going to have x, let's see, it's going to be 4 and 6, right? So x minus 6 times x plus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to -4 or +6. Boom. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. X minus 3 times x minus 3 is equal to 0. So therefore, x is equal to 3. That's the only one there is. Do this one. So you have 2x could be factored out. You end up with 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So you set the two pieces equal to 0. 2x equals 0. So therefore, x is equal to 0. You divide by both sides by 2. 2x plus 3 equals 0. So you know what 2x is equal to -3. And therefore, x is equal to -3/2. Everybody cool with that? Factor the 2x out first. First, you take the square root of both sides, and you end up with x plus 2 equals plus or minus 7. So you end up with x is equal to -2 plus or minus 7. which x is equal to either -9 or +5. Questions? All right, the next section is even easier. The next section is even easier. Divide both sides by 3 for this one. You end up with x squared is equal to 25. You take the square root of both sides, you get x is equal to plus or minus 5. Boom. Next one, if you have 5x squared, you can get it by itself, do. And we can. 5x squared is equal to positive 45. Then you divide both sides by 5. You end up with x squared is equal to 9. Therefore, x equals plus or minus 3. Divide both sides by 6. You end up with x squared is equal to 36. Therefore, x is equal to plus or minus. And then for the last one, you end up with x squared is equal to 7. So you end up with plus or minus √7. Yes. Oh, we really need to hit this next one. Completing the square. I am recording this, you know. You can go back and look at that part. All right. Solve through completing the square. All right, so let's go through it. So the key to completing the square is that you have b over 2, and then you look at b over 2 squared. So let's go through this one. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do negative x squared plus 6x is equal to -10, which honestly, I just don't like having this negative x squared on there. So I'm going to multiply everything by -1. So, you know, with x squared minus 6x equals positive 10. Everybody see that, right? No problems with that. Then we're going to do b over 2. So b over 2 is going to be -6 over 2, which is -3. Okay. And then we do b over 2 squared. So -6 over 2 squared is +9. So you then add 9 to both sides. -6 plus 9 equals 10 plus 9. And then you take the square root, you break this back down. So it's x minus 3 squared. Remember, it's x minus 3 squared because your b over 2 value was -3. So equals 19. Now you end up with x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 19. We're taking the square root of both sides. So x equals 3 plus or minus √19. Everybody cool with that? Real simple, not too bad, not too shabby. Yes. Right here. b over 2 squared, because you have to add it to both sides. Yes. Yes. So for this one, you'd have x squared plus 4x equal to 3. Once again, b over 2 squared would be 4. So you end up with x squared plus 4x plus 4. Where am I getting that? B over 2 is 4 over 2, which is 2. 2 squared is 4. You're going to add that to both sides. Then you're going to factor that down. So that would be x plus 2 squared is equal to 7. Y'all thought I was playing. I was not playing. I'm going to go fast. You x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 7. So x is equal to -2 plus or minus √7. Once again, you should be able to do b over 2 squared, all that in your head. Know what I'm saying? I mean, really, it shouldn't be that deep. All right, let's do the next one. X squared minus 2x is equal to 3/4. Once again, put in the 3/4 on the other side. Then, dang it. Let me finish this one. Then you have x squared minus 2x. B over 2 would be -1. B over 2 squared would be +1. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So 3/4 plus 1 on both sides, you end up with, let's see. X minus 1 squared equals, let's see, it'll be 4 over 4, so 7/4. And then you end up with x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 7/4, which really is x equals 1 plus or minus the square root of 7 over 2. Square root of 4 is 2. All right, quadratic formula. Y'all should be really good on that. I mean, it's real simple. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all that junk. And then discriminant, just remember your discriminant. We talked about that last time, a few times, I think. I actually have a video on that, so I'll post that. So you should be good on that. All right, we didn't get through all of them, but we got through a lot of them. If you need any help, just let me know. All right, bye, guys. I'm gonna post both.